My first guest, therefore, is PDT Achary, former Lok Sabha Secretary General, expert on parliamentary procedures. Appreciate your joining us, Dr. Achary. In your view, given the information available to you and in the public domain, do you believe Mahua Moitra got a fair hearing, or do you believe this has been a bit of a fast-track hearing where she wasn't given a fair chance to present her case? It was a bit of a fixed match.
Well, from the media reports, it appears that it was a kind of fast-track thing, and perhaps he made a complaint that she did not get any proper or fair opportunity to present a case, and she was also not allowed to cross-examine the other witnesses. And this is the practice in the House of Commons and in other parliaments.
Now, are you saying to me, Mr. PDT Achary, that Mahua Moitra should have been given a chance to cross-examine the people who made the accusations against her, specifically Darshan Hiranandani, the businessman who went on affidavit claiming that he had given her gifts?
Yes, certainly. Certainly. I have taken that position earlier also, and I have written about it. She should have been given an opportunity to cross-examine those people. After all, the purpose of this exercise is to find the truth. And you can get at the truth only through these processes.
Are you telling me that it is within the rules of the Ethics Committee that someone who is being accused has the right to cross-examine witnesses? Are you saying that is within the rules?
No, that is not specifically written there, but this is an accepted practice, Now, we are following the House of Commons practice, and there it is very clearly laid down that people who are accused of some misdemeanor or misconduct, they have the right to cross-examine the other witnesses.
Is the Ethics Commission, though, in your view, Dr. Achary, in a position to come to the truth in a case like this? Can it really investigate the nature of these charges, or should this all have been left to an investigation agency to first tell us what happened, and then the ethics panel should have taken a position?
The Ethics Committee goes into the unethical conduct. In fact, it has not been defined what exactly constitutes the unethical conduct. But the main charge was that she has received money for asking questions. And that is a serious breach of privilege, and that should have been investigated by the Privileges Committee, not by Ethics Committee. Because this issue doesn't come before the Ethics Committee. And therefore, Ethics Committee, in my view, lacks the jurisdiction to suggest a punishment of this nature, that is expulsion from the House.
You're making a very important point. You're saying the Ethics Committee lacks the jurisdiction in a case like this. This should have gone to the Privileges Committee. But when alleged financial misdemeanors are involved, should it have in the first instance been investigated by the CBI, some other agency, not by a parliamentary committee which goes simply by majority? Majority are with the government. They say that Mahua Moitra is guilty.
Well, that is another aspect. Now, if there is a kind of passing of money, if, for example, if she has received money from that person for asking questions, then of course it is a case of corruption under the Prevention of Corruption Act, and that needs to be investigated by the CBI. And perhaps that is being investigated by the CBI according to the paper reports.
Yes, but even before the case is investigated by the CBI or a report comes out, she's already been expelled. The other charge, Dr. Achary, is the manner in which Mahua Moitra shared her parliament website password, which allowed someone else to effectively post questions from her account. Is that, in your view, an indiscretion, a crime worthy of expulsion from the Lok Sabha?
Well, my view doesn't matter here, but I would like to make it clear that as of today, there is nothing in the rule which prohibits such a thing. There is nothing in the rule. So in the absence of any rule, I do not know how you can proceed against a person on that basis.
In that sense, then, is there a worry now that you have a dangerous precedent? Dr. Achary has been said, a private citizen who may have an animus against an MP makes a complaint, and the next thing you know, the Ethics Committee, depending on which party has a majority, decides one way or the other. Are you worried the Ethics Committee is getting completely politicized, and this was in a way a political hit job?
Well, I am worried about one thing, that the whole process or procedure that is to be followed by the investigative committee needs to be streamlined so that the committee, in an impartial way, objective way, finds the truth and then makes a suggestion or makes a recommendation for the punishment accordingly. I mean, according to the seriousness of the offense. I am worried about that. It needs to be. I have already written about it. The procedure needs to be streamlined. It should be fair and transparent and credible.
Net, from what you are telling me, Dr. Achary, you believe Mahua Moitra deserved a fairer chance than what she was given before she was expelled. You're raising a serious question on the way the process took place. Am I correct?
Well, the procedure has to be fair and credible. You know, that is what is required of an investigatory committee of Parliament. That is my view.
Okay. A member of Parliament has been expelled. Was she given a fair hearing? Dr. Achary is raising a serious question mark over the way this process has taken place. Now remember, he's a former Secretary General of Lok Sabha, doesn't belong to any political party. I appreciate, Dr. Achary, you joining me here on the news today.